invasion of Alexander was a landmark event in Indian history for the creation of the Mauryan Empire. And in 326 BC, Alexander captured Taxila and he proceeded beyond the Jhelum river and defeated King Paurava or Porus and had plans to cross river Ravi. Alexander left India and Mauryan Empire was founded by Chandragupta Maurya with the help of Chanakya or Kautilya. And after removal of the Nandas from the Magadha, the Mauryan Empire was founded. The Mauryan Empire was established and it gained name and fame under able rulers like Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusar, and Ashoka. And there are several literary sources to reconstruct the history of Mauryas. The literary sources by Megasthenes and Kautilya are two important authors whose writings throw immense light on the Mauryan era. The work Indica by Megasthenes and Arthashastra by Kautilya are important works which throw sufficient light on the Mauryan period. The works describe about the Mauryan society, the Mauryan economy, and the perspective of people like Megasthenes about the Indian society, who was a Greek. And it has been studied by several scholars. According to Dr. Trotman, the text Arthashastra assumed its present shape around 3rd century AD and cannot be ascribed to a single author or a single period. The book is divided into 15 segments, 180 subjects, and about 6,000 shlokas. Kautilya also gave a wealth of information regarding duties of the king and ministers and his foreign policy and organization of spies, civil and criminal laws, guilds and corporations, military organizations, etc. The Arthashastra is not only a treatise on economy but also a method to win wars. It describes things like uh, polity, economy, and other subjects, and the Vayu Puran, the Matsya Puran, and the Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa show immense light on the Mauryan period. The Ashokan edicts are a collection of 33 inscriptions on the pillars of Ashoka. These are more uh, reliable sources of information, and the inscriptions on these edicts in Prakrit language describe Ashoka's ideals and his beliefs in the Buddhist concept of dharma and his efforts to develop the dharma through his kingdom. The minor rock edicts are the Queen's Edict, the Barabar cave inscriptions, and the Kandahar and bilingual inscriptions. The pillar edicts, the seven pillar edicts. The major rock edict second mentions that Ashoka's neighbors were Pandyas, while the rock edict third shows the roles of provincial administrators in propagating Dhamma or Dharma and the concept of Dharma Vijay. The rock edicts 12 and 13 prescribe non-violence, truthfulness, obedience, respect, and transformation of Ashoka after the conquest of Kalinga. The Barabar cave inscription suggests the religious tolerance of Emperor Ashoka, and the Queen's edict describes the sacred donations of Ashoka's wife to Buddhist Sangha. Chandragupta Maurya founded the Mauryan Empire And before he came to power, Magadha was ruled by Nandas. Dhanananda, the last Nanda ruler, possessed a mighty army and a great treasury but was extremely unpopular and was removed from power by Chandragupta Maurya with the help of Kautilya. The Greek diplomat Seleucus called Megasthenes The Greek diplomat of Seleucus called Megasthenes visited India during the region of Chandragupta and wrote the treatise Indica. The first remarkable and historical emperor of India, Chandragupta, was a vast one, and the empire stretched from Kandahar and Kabul in the northwest to Mysore towards the south and the west Saurashtra to the eastern region of Bengal. Ashoka the Great was the third and the most popular emperor of the Mauryan dynasty. He ruled the Indian subcontinent from 269 to 232 and succeeded to the throne after his father Bindusar's death in 273 BC. But his coronation ceremony took place in 269 BC. This delay of 4 years was due to the succession war among the sons of Bindusar. And during Bindusar's rule, Bindusar crushed a revolt at Taxila. On account of his ability, he was chosen to be the crown prince or eligible for the imperial throne among the sons of Bindusar. The Battle of Kalinga was fought by Ashoka in 261 BC, and after acquiring power, Ashoka led a lavish life of a monarch till 261 BC. During the period, he fought the most important battle of his life, the Kalinga War. The main reasons that led Ashoka to fight for Kalinga were it was the only kingdom which was not under Mauryan control and it was controlled by the Nandas. Ashoka had a policy of controlling the empire which was called the policy of Dhamma or the Dharma. Ashoka's Dhamma was free from the narrow feelings of sectarianism, and his Dharma was like a uniform civil code or a code of common life and living standards. Fundamental principles of Dharma, according to Rock Edict 13 and several other edicts of Ashoka, the fundamental principles of Dharma were Shushrusha or obedient towards elders and parents, Anarhan or Bhutanam, uh, that means to refrain from killing of living beings, and non-violence and non-harming of living creatures. Practicing saving and spending moderately was also a principle incorporated there. Dham, Ashoka appointed Dharma Mahamatras to take care of the happiness of the entire population. He himself visited holy places and undertook royal tours to preach the principles of Dharma. And he also focused on public welfare. And there were major rock edicts of Ashoka which promoted things like prohibition of animal sacrifice and shunning costly and absurd rituals, manifestation of secularism, effective arrangement of administration, emphasis on social welfare, observation of non-violent activities, and adopting liberal attitude towards Brahmins, Sramanas. He dedicated the appointment of Dharma Mahamatras and also exposition of human treatment of servants by lords. Establishment of constant liaison with the rural people was also there. The Mauryas shared close and cordial relations with Central Asia's Khotan Empire, and Ashoka's maintained friendly relations with the kingdoms of southern India, the Pandyas, Cholas, and Kerala Putras. He sent delegations to the neighboring nations of Sri Lanka, West Asia, and Myanmar. Under the region of Ashoka, Under the region of Ashoka, Mauryan Empire had a subcontinental or pan-Indian character, and Ashoka was the last and most important king of Mauryan Empire. After that, due to several reasons, Ashoka had to leave the throne and Mauryan Empire declined.